Okay, question 1H, one of my favorite questions, as usual, graph questions. Which are following graphs show y equals log base 2, 9 minus 8 sine x minus 6 cos squared x in the range 0 to 360. Okay, so again, you're going to find features of the graph which distinguish them between each other. So if I look at this equation on top, it's very tempting. It's very tempting to convert the cos squared into 1 minus sine squared, right? So you get a sine quadratic inside, which is much easier to control. All right, so let's do that. So log 2, 9 minus 8 sine x minus 6, 1 minus sine squared x. No surprises. Okay, and then now you just expand. So let me make this nicer. 6 sine squared x minus 8 sine x plus 3, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, so when you do graphs, you always try to find the max and the min of the thing. Always, always. All right? You always do that. Okay, so how can I find the max or the min of this thing? Well, normally, of course, when you see quadratics, I would ask you to complete the square, right? Because you don't have to differentiate, really. But with the 6 in front, then it's slightly more irritating. So maybe let's differentiate this time, shall we? Okay, so again, sine x is just our quadratics is in terms of sine x today, right? So let's just treat it as apple. So I have to differentiate 12 apple minus 8 equals to 0. Okay, that finds me the minimum of this quadratic. So the apple is 2/3. Okay, so the minimum is achieved. The minimum is achieved when sine x is 2/3. Okay, so when sine x is 2/3, what's the value of the function? Well, 6 times 2/3 squared minus 8 2/3 plus 3, which is how many? Well, I can't really do maths, but this is common denominator 9, so this is 24 minus 48 maybe, plus 27, I suppose. Okay, so that's 1/3. All right. So the minimum of the function inside the brackets is 1/3, and you know that log base 2 is an increasing function. Okay, so log 2 1/3, this one, log base 2 of 1/3, will also be the minimum of the whole function, right? Because log 2 is increasing. Okay, this is definitely negative. Yeah, because 1/3 is less than 1, right? 1/3 is less than 1, so this is negative. So therefore, it's not B and not C, because look, they don't even go down, right? There's no negative territory. Okay, so it's either A, D, or E. So the second thing we could think about is where is the minimum achieved, right? I told you that sine x equal to 2/3 is where it's achieved, right? So what would the x's approximately be? Well, both of the solutions of x should be within 0 and 180 degrees, right? Because that's where sine is positive, right? I mean, I don't know the exact value, of course, but it's between 0 and 180. So therefore, easy peasy, you get A then, right? Because for D, that's, there's nowhere near 180, and for E, there's one dodgy solution there. So the answer has to be A.